Hi, this is my content management strategy for a university website. And as you can see, there's 4 basic stages to figuring out whether or not your content is still relevant and should still be available on your page. And that's the basic steps to content governance and how to keep your site looking the best that it can. And the first stage is called the request stage, which is kind of misleading, but it's basically you're figuring out who's going to be using the website and how to make the content relevant to them. And so since we're doing a university website, you can see prospective students, regular actual students, and alumni are going to be the 3 most prominent users of this website. Obviously, the most important is going to be the student, because they will use it for various school functions, figuring out where to go, where to eat, how to get to class, what to do for class. And such as Quinnipiac uses Blackboard to actually turn in assignments for class. So there's a variety of things that you can do on the website as a student. So they're going to be the most important in terms of what we want for content. And you also have to set up criteria to keep content relevant. So say an article from a few months ago is obviously going to be a lot less relevant than something that just was published a few hours ago. And so you want to set up those systems in place to keep track of what is the most relevant content on the website and whether it should stay there or not. The second phase then is to create the content, and this one's pretty basic. An easy way to do it, especially for a university website, is to have the site template created, have something generic, but then within that, the overall university website, have each department or section of the university run its own content. You can see I've chosen the Quinnipiac website as an excellent example of this. They have I just picked the School of Business and Engineering and the School of Communications. You can see they both have the exact same template, just with different pictures pertaining to their particular department. And so obviously the content there is going to be specific to what they do. And so it's easiest if one department is worrying about their own thing instead of one person worrying about the whole university. Just makes it a lot sleeker and easier to manage the content. Which brings me to the next phase in the life cycle of the website and its content and relevancy, which is to figure out who is going to manage it all. And you can see the department is obviously going to run the actual content, but they will follow the criteria that we set up during the request phase to determine the relevancy of their specific content. And you can go through and kind of correct things as needed, see what works, what doesn't, and kind of go from there. And then the very last phase is retire, and that's when you decide what needs to go, what stays, what's actually being used versus what's not. So obviously the news information is going to change as news comes out. So that's going to be updated by whoever is assigned that position. You can also maybe do little tweaks to the website, maybe by season or by semester. Maybe in the fall have some fall pictures, whereas in the spring have some blooming flowers or things around campus that are going on. It doesn't have to be anything major. You just want to kind of make sure people know that you are updating the website. And then you can also use Google Analytics to see what parts of your site are getting the most traffic and decide on the rest of the content from there. And again, then that leads right back to the request phase where you essentially rinse and repeat. So if you have any questions, let me know.